Good morning, Chengdu. The World Cyber Games 2009 is getting back underway. It is Saturday morning and Counter-Strike takes center stage. We have a cracker for you between China and Kazakhstan. wNv taking on the infamous K23. And to bring this to action to you, it's myself, Tosspot, but I am joined by, well, a legend. A man they liken to Thor.
Yeah, hello, this is Jonas BSL Viken coming at you from Chengdu, and we've got a huge crowd here for this game for the hometown heroes of wNv versus K23 from Kazakhstan.
Should be a great game. K23, an infamous World Cyber Games side after their run in the 2005 World Cyber Games in Singapore, making it all the way to second place. wNv, the team that always have so much potential, and you never know which wNv you're going to get.
You're absolutely right about that.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which wNv you're going to get. There you see the great World Cyber Games sort of trade show area on the right, where we have the Samsung booth, a variety of things for local spectators to do, but there are the fans. Here en masse on Saturday. We're expecting another full house today. They are, the local fans have really turned out en masse for us, and they provide a great entertainment. A great part of this entertainment. There is the wNv side. They have dropped one match to Fnatic. They were involved in that excellent group, which involved 5 games of Fnatic. BSL, talk us through what happened there.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a blowout for Fnatic there early on, but wNv started to crawl back once Fnatic got the match point, and in the end it got really, really close before the Swedes could finish out the game. This is Small Boy, which is my personal favorite. It's a great nickname, don't you think?
It's no BSL, but it's very close. Now this wNv lineup, who should we be looking out for?
Well, we should look out for in the Fnatic match. This is Virgo, by the way. In the Fnatic match, we saw some fantastic opping from ZY. He really got the crowd going. This is obviously Rita, the team leader, and also the caller. But I do hope to see some more fantastic shots from ZY, which is there at the end.
Now, wNv have been around for a long time. They often rotate in. At one point they had 2 squads and they'd rotate people in and out. I remember that great squad they had with, was it Jungle, way back when?
Yeah, their first team that got recognition on the international stage consisted of Jungle and Alex, or 44 Alex as he was called. He's now with Tai Lu. I think Jungle retired, or at least he's not here. But that team was legendary. They won WG Season 3, and then they won WG Masters in convincing fashion, where they beat Complexity, which is now essentially Team EG.
Speaking of Team EG, you can catch them versus MTW on stream too. That's available on www.quadb.com. This their opponent, K23, as mentioned, second place World Cyber Games 2005. That was in Source back then. They beat TEG in the groups. No, they lost to TEG in the groups, my mistake, but did make their way through. Now, from the K23 side, every year they show up and they've got a new surprise up their sleeve.
Yeah, and the big surprise this year, I guess, is the return of Beast. He retired and then he came back as their captain for this tournament, and here we go. This is Beast for you from Kazakhstan.
Now, is this the player that you liked him to a certain shoutcaster yesterday?
Yeah, he looks like you.
No, he does not look like me, thank you. This next up in the Team K23 lineup is the Moose. That is their sniper for the match.
Yeah, we had some great shots from him yesterday. We shoutcasted the match against Korea, and there were some fantastic shots from Mao. Whoa, Adrian is really getting the crowd going here with some antics early on.
And that's what's great about it. You do get the oohs and the ahs from the crowd whenever a great shot's pulled off. Counter-Strike is certainly a big favorite here in China, along with Warcraft 3, and the players are treated like celebrities, particularly the local Chinese players. Sky is absolutely mobbed wherever he goes. Moon and Grubby to that point as well, and then that wNv team likewise find themselves just, lambasted wherever they go. First map up, it's a classic. It's Dust 2. Talk us through the key points.
Yeah, we're going here on Long A, which is basically a long, narrow hallway leading up to this bomb site, which usually is referred to as the open bomb site, or the big bomb site here. Several ways of attacking it through Long A and the catwalk area. This is the way to the smaller bomb site through Upper Dark, which this area is called, and leading into the smaller bomb site, which is here. This is usually pretty hard to take. We're moving up middle now, as it would seem.
Now, Dust 2 has such a history. Counter-Strike is not one of those games where you'll see new maps come in once every season or something of that nature. You have your set classics, and those, for example, will be Dust 2, Inferno, and Train. Oh, what are our maps today? Dust 2, Inferno, and Train if need be. As we move into the knockout stages, it is the best of 3, and that will mean you have to win, of course, 2 maps. We're not informed as to who picked which map, but we do know that wNv will be terrorist on the first 2 maps, or starting on terrorist side on the first 2 maps. So, almost ready to rock and roll as we look forward to this game getting underway. The only thing we seem to be missing, of course, here in the local stage that you may realize is there's no loud commentary coming over the speakers, of course. And why might that be? Well, because the players may just be able to hear it. There you see the other area. You can see the back of Sam Matthews there, the Fnatic manager. And that's about all I was able to pick out from that shot. You can pick Sam out a mile away. He's quite a tall guy. Now, someone famous is in the center of the crowd, it would appear.
Yeah. He has a banner probably saying, "Go WNV." What do you think? Or "Go China."
Or "Go BSL." It was one of the others. But someone is holding up a banner, and it has been, everyone is turning to take a photo of this banner, and they are cheering on this guy. Whatever it is, it may be like Leroy Jenkins or something of that nature. He's doing a full 360 with it. Man with banner, we salute you. There you have on the screen the WNV side, ready to rock and or roll once more. There's the banner. They love him.
So for you that are familiar in Chinese, please go to QuadV on RC and tell us what that means.
Yeah, you can mail us. We'll get it on stream. mailstewart@quadv.com. Tell me what that man's banner says, please.
Lots of Chinese flags here as well. It's always nice to see when the crowd brings out the flags and the national symbols. I think that's kind of a little bit of the magic that's in WCG. Everybody's flying the flags and displaying the symbols, and I know that the players love to see that when they're playing essentially for their country's honor.
I mean, Jonas, you've played World Cyber Games. As a player, this is what you want to win. This is the pinnacle.
Yeah, it's one of them. But it's certainly it's hard to say because WCG has, like I said, some certain kind of magic. It's a little bit different from the other kind of tournaments where you're handed a big check and that's it. It feels more like the Olympics, this does. And I guess for that matter, it makes it more interesting and more coveted to win.
Now I'm going to guess that that would have been a technical problem for my so-called brother there in the middle. As the other interesting point, we obviously, Jonas and I being European, wanted to get the MTW versus EG match on the stage, but as a result it means there's no commentary because we have the Chinese team on stage. So we could have had commentary for the other one on stage had we had that other match, but I'm not being bitter at all. We've got some great games coming up for you today. Following the Counter-Strike, I know you're looking forward to it. We've got the DNF finals. I don't, but I'm casting it. Then it's followed by the StarCraft quarterfinals, and then the big one, the Karom 3D finals, coming up at 2:30 with Red Eye and Aspec. That's followed by a Warcraft semi-final. That's then the StarCraft 3rd and 4th place, and then DNF takes center stage once again at 6 o'clock. Welcome back to the World Cyber Games 2009. We didn't get our cue before that transition, but we got it when the loud music came on. We're ready to rock and roll with wNv versus k23. Let's go is the call on the server, and we are going to kick this one off. Best of 3, it's the knockout stages. One of these two teams will be going home. It'll either be all the way back to Kazakhstan or just down the road. Might be a long road here in China. BSL and Tosspot to bring you all of this one on QuadV, www.quadv.com. BSL, if you were a betting man, where would you put your money on this one?
It's difficult because I wasn't really impressed by Kazakhstan yesterday against Korea, and I didn't really think that WNV played that well against Fnatic either. It was more of it felt like Fnatic dropped the game or dropped the ball, so to speak. But I'm gonna be boring, and I'm gonna go with the hometown favorites. we really want the crowd to get into this one, and
most certainly. Obviously, it's the same actually with the Koreans and the Chinese at Counter-Strike. You never know which side will show up. You can never judge their form going into it. Whenever you think they're going to do well at a tournament, they disappoint. Whenever you don't think of them, they do well.
And we're live here, I guess.
Here we go. This is the pistol round. We don't control this view, so if you are wondering why we're not first person.
This is a very, very cautious setup here by wNv, and it works out. They pick off an aggressive Kazakhstan player in middle there.
It was wNv that went down. We're at a 5-on-4 with Rita now sat waiting. wNv are just waiting on them, and they're doing well. They're going to move the bomb round to long A. As you can see here, they've got 4 players pushing up. There are 3 K23 players, but they're on the wrong side of this bomb site to try and get in. They make the crossover nice and easily, and into the A bomb site go wNv. Push comes in now. There's 1 on A stairs, but they will get the bomb down. Virgo and ZY both take damage, but the bomb is in. ZY gets the frag onto Nickel, and Smallboy follows up with 1 on Tamu. The crowd find their voices as Rita finishes off the round. wNv win the pistol, and it's point China.
As I was watching the Tyloo match yesterday as well, I noticed that both of these Chinese teams so far has been playing very methodical. They're playing very calm, and they're sort of covering all the bases before they commit to a side or to a certain area on the map. And you saw that early on with the Kazakhstan player pushing up middle. He got caught by 3 wNv players, and they probably had 100 health points after that as well. So it's smart play by the Chinese, and risky play that didn't pay off for K23, and looks like they're stacking B here again now, and no luck there.
Yeah, the Chinese will go into A once again. The bomb will get planted, and K23 will have to make the most audacious recovery ever, as the bomb drops now down behind the box as well. So this is a really difficult recovery from K23. They'll try and get an exit kill if they can, but this round is all but written off with 20 seconds left to go. wNv and their chances of glory here, overall, how do you rate them?
No chance of glory. They might be able to, if they win this, they might be able to make it into a semi-final depending on who they're playing, but I don't think they stand a chance against the better European teams this time around.
And who do you rate as the favorites for gold?
Well, we got both of them in the same bracket now with MTW and Fnatic, but those are 2 obvious teams for me that will make it deep into the playoffs. I also hope to see
support MTW even with their roster changes.
Yes, I do think that the 3 returning players are so strong, and with some new blood, I think it's going to work for them. You saw it work for Fnatic earlier this year, certainly winning 5 tournaments out of 7 attended this year. And I also hope to see Team Poland there. They've won the WCG before, they know what it's all about.
They're an exciting team to watch, that's for sure. But here we go, back into round 3. K23 still won't have any weapons. They've only picked up 1 frag in this game, if they've got that. But it's going to be a push into the B site, which K23 are lying in wait for. They're going to nade in towards the tunnel any second now. ZY goes down, opening frag for K23. Smallboy picks himself up the return frag. Moo gets himself the vengeance frag back on the Smallboy. And K23 have themselves an opening here. Still no weapons to speak of, and the bomb is down in that B site, committing wNv to it. Rita's going to come through the double doors now. He's the man who can make the difference. Opens up with 1, doesn't get the second. Moo stops in. Virgo comes in with the vengeance, and with a double headshot cleans out the site. Anvik gets one back, and we're down to Moo versus Anvik. Sorry, Virgo versus Anvik for the round. Anvik has just the USP. Virgo has just 6 points of health. He spies him. They know exactly where they are, and Anvik wins the round for K23.
And they're standing up, yelling at their Chinese opponents.
That's never going to win any local friends. Talk us through the B attack there.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier, or yesterday with Paul, that most teams on the defensive eco rounds, they usually do 1 at B and 1 at A. Kazakhstan here went to the same side twice, and it paid off with 5 Chinese players sneaking in. Even though K23 missed with most of their grenades, they managed to take them all down, and I think Rita fumbled a little bit there coming from behind. He was set to save the round, but he didn't.
Now, Kazakhstan and their World Cyber Games history, second in 05. Where does that play into this one? I mean, this side do have a taste for an upset.
Well, if nothing else, it goes to show that they know how to play well when the pressure's on, and certainly it's going to help them that Beast, for instance, has experienced play at this level before, because what we saw with the Koreans yesterday is that it's so important with experience. The inexperienced Korean team really faltered, so I think that might help Kazakhstan here going into the later stages of this match.
WNV have 3 down the middle, 1 sat in the B tunnels with the bomb, and ZY still sat just shy of spawn in the middle tunnel there. They move through to the middle here, which Beast will be the man who spots that, as now they run in towards that site, looking for Beast. He's just behind him there. Adrian opens up with a frag. Beast comes in with another, and WNV are down 2 men. The bomb is, Reader's in spawn, looking for the rotation from Nickel, but ZY opens up onto Anvik. WNV get themselves back in. Nickel does have just a slither of health left.
Reader's going to pick one up.
Reader in spawn still. We don't get to switch across to him, unfortunately, as there he is. Beast gets dropped down in the back by Rita, and we're at a 3-on-3, albeit with Nickel all but dead. There's the frag coming in from Moo and his AWP. Nate goes off to his left. Adrian gets himself the frag onto Rita, and now it's ZY versus 3, and he's gone. And the target has been saved. ZY keeps his weapon. 2-2.
Yeah, and that's sort of the problem with the slow, methodical play you see from the Chinese here as well. It works out early on. They can pick up a frag on the rotation, but it takes too long, as we saw there. The time ran out on them, and they had to basically rush in the end, which makes it all the more harder to get the bomb down. And even though they looked poised to take the round, midway through, they just couldn't make it happen in the end.
Now it's going to be a I think whatever you can have.
Partial buy there from WNV. 2
AKs, one of them is down already. It was Virgo. No, Virgo's still alive, just got no health. There's 2 Deagles and an AWP, so they've got what they can. Interesting choice to go with that buy, but we'll see. Beast hops his way down looking towards middle. The WNV side have 3 in the B tunnels, including the bomb carrier, and 2 coming down the middle walkway. There's the first shot, comes in from Adrian, down towards the B tunnels, lands his second onto Small Boy, and Virgo and ZY are going to take the pressure here from K23, and that'll be that, as Savagini's going to go down as well. Virgo is in onto Beast, but only a consolation frag here with Virgo and Rita having to fly the flag for the Chinese as they push in towards that B site, up against 4, up against 3 as Virgo drops Adrian, and now
they need to enter the site right now. They're waiting too long, so they're allowing K23 to rotate. Again, with the slow, very slow, methodical play here.
Eyes on Moo as he looks through the B double doors, waiting for someone to pop through. No one at the moment. Rita dropped by Nickel in the B tunnels as he was watching the back. Virgo's now the last man standing. He has the bomb. He's going to make the crossover. Will that AWP hit him? It'll fly through, but Virgo will be able to get the bomb down. Money will be in the bank, but here come K23, 1 from the tunnels, 2 from the doors, as Virgo opens up and will get the first, but lose out at the second. And, well, your point about slow, methodical not always being the option seems to have been proven right there.
Yeah, and especially in that situation when they have 2 players left against 3 players, what you do then is you get the bomb down, you play the bomb, you put up a crossfire, and you play the bomb, and you force the CTs to come looking for you, instead of what they were trying to do there was something fancy. They tried to send Rita down into tunnels to possibly do a backstab there on the rotation in middle, and it's really, really risky, and it's better to go with your teammate right there.
You see a K23 fan there in the audience. I'm not sure whether he's come all the way from Kazakhstan or whether he is just one of their Chinese fan base. But it is standing room only here in Chengdu. There are spare seats, but the Chinese crowd have decided to huddle up, and they're all standing as close to the screen as they can get, as we are at capacity here for what is a great World Cyber Games once again. Moo opens up the fragging. Small Boy goes down. WNV have 4 AKs and a Galil, but Moo and Anvik have the frags.
With really effective play there by the Kazakhstanis on long. They had a great crossfire, and Moo hits his off shots, which he did all day yesterday as well. It proved important.
ZY's the last man standing, has the bomb, but he hasn't got any friends left. 1 on 5. He will go to the scene of the crime, which is down at Long A, as you mentioned. Spies 1, Nate comes in, and that'll be the end of ZY. And your thoughts on WNV's buying strategy?
Yeah, I was going to say something about that at the start of the round. They keep buying here, and with Galil's possibly a lack of grenades, and they need to realize real fast now that they need to do a save round so they can spend all their nades flashing away the defenders, especially if you had a flash there to get rid of Mao. you could really double team the guy in the pit. So I don't think it was a good strategy for them, and right now they're on Glocks as well, so they realized it at least.
They've lost 4 in a row, 6, and things start to get interesting. As K23 now lie in wait. This time, as you can see, K23 have sat deep. They've changed it up from the last round where they pushed down long A, and they're just going to wait it out, play a little bit more passively in this, and say, WNV, come to me. And you know what WNV will do? They will wait out these opening seconds to see if someone tries to go for a pick or anything of that nature, but it hasn't borne fruit for them just yet, and already 30 seconds of the round you could consider wasted at this moment in time.
Yeah, they're trying to do what they did in the pistol round now and see if they could pick off an overly eager K23 player here and maybe get a gun and do some damage, but it's not going to happen. K23 is playing very smartly.
Nickel gets the frag onto Virgo. Small boy follows suit as Adrian opens up with the AWP frag. Rita's going to go down, and it's just Sava that's left up. And, pops his way through the double doors, and Adrian, labours over the frag, but will get it. And there's the cheer. K23 certainly love to show their emotions. And there you have the local crowd ready and cheering.
I think we should expect now to see the match swing back into WNV's favor here in a matter of minutes. The score being 5-2 for the counter-terrorist team. This is a terrorist favored map, so they need to start picking up those rounds here quickly.
Here's a full buy for WNV, and they cannot let this opportunity slip them by.
You can see K23 now with that successful setup on long A again, and WNV is certainly not going to go there.
K23 haven't lost a player in 2 rounds.
They're in a good situation money-wise as well. Nickel is playing aggressively on the catwalk, falling back after being hit by some grenades there.
Got 3 players coming up through the catwalk now, going towards the A stairwell. It's Virgo that leads the assault for WNV. Pops himself up. There's an AWP lying in wait for him in the shape of Moo. Moo has... he's waiting on the pick. There are going to be 2 players there, Virgo, Rita, and ZY, all about to hop their way through. Not sure whether ZY has the AWP. He does. He may try and hop across and look for Moo. Moo may get an AWP down his throat. There it is. Lovely little 3-man boost. And let's see how this one pans out. Popping their way across. ZY gets the frag with an audacious headshot. Lovely triple stack, followed up by Virgo's headshot onto Nickel. And WNV are back in style. Through a 5-on-3. And they've got wNv to deal with down at long A. He's in all sorts of trouble, courtesy of Small Boy. WNV are going to pick up the round.
You can hear the crowd going here through our microphones probably. They really appreciated that 3-man stack, and it was amazingly creative work there by WNV. I even think he fell off the head of the second guy there and even managed to hit his shot. Amazing.
K23 getting a little bit of a telling off there from the referee, it would appear. Not sure whether that was just polite conversation or a warning or anything of that nature. Remember, in World Cyber Games you get a yellow and then you get a red.
And what really worked well for the Chinese there was they did a textbook catwalk takeover by using their nades, forcing the pushed up player to fall back. He took a lot of damage, he had to fall back, play defensively. They could move up there unscathed and do that creative boost there that not many teams would do at this level.
Particularly at 5-2 down.
Particularly at 5-2 down in front of a big crowd.
Now, Small Boy has wNv just on the other side. Moo's got the headshot AWP frag onto him. They don't know that wNv's there, and wNv needs to move because they're coming cat. They push across now. It's Virgo that's going to be lying in wait for them here. We are following Nickel, who's looking through the bomb boxes on A, as Virgo and ZY look to try it again. The bomb is in the B tunnels though, this will be a minor distraction with these 2 up on catwalk. They fly their way across. In fact, it'll be a very big distraction, forcing the nades out from K23. Now Moo's looking down across the crossover as they come through the double doors through middle. ZY, frag onto Beast. Moo's going to have to deliver a frag here. ZY's going to keep going. Gets himself a second. And now K23 have to deal with ZY, and they do so. Adrian's down. Bomb goes down courtesy of Rita. Nickel decides he's going to go for it. He's got move for cover down in spawn, but Nickel is going to have to do a lot of the legwork on his own here, and I'm not sure whether he should save out here. He's got 1 down in the site, 2 in the site, and they are going to commit. Here we go. Two players up at the double doors. 20 seconds to play. Great nade to the man behind the boxes. And they make their entry. Look to the left. They find the man behind the boxes. No! Mu gets one before going down. And Savagini gets the double frag. And WNV win the round. 2 in a row, 5-4.
And they really played the bomb well there once they got it down. They were all on low health, so they needed to hide. They needed to wait for the CTs to do something, and they did. It was tremendously well played. But I also think they're still playing very, very risky there by splitting up their forces. It would just take one upshot from wNv there to take out the bomb in B, and they'd be in huge trouble that round.
Would you have committed in the 3-on-2 situation?
Yes, I would have committed in the 3-on-2 situation, but I would have committed at the same side. I wouldn't have spread out my forces like that because it's really, really risky. And at this point, we're at a swing point in the match financially for the CT side. And had they lost that, they would have been in serious trouble. But due to ZY's amazing op shots, they won.
Adrian point-blank headshot onto Savagini, and that'll be that. And now we have Virgo down courtesy of Nickel, and WNV are 2 men down. Rita's also on half health as well, and Vic and his FAMAS are unable to deal with the headshot of Small Boys. But the attack is split a little bit with ZY and Small Boy over an A, and the bomb in the B tunnels with Rita. But they got that frag. It means that K23 not exactly sure where WNV are going to go with a frag down long A. Small Boy's going to go catwalk where he will find Nickel. Again pushed up. Small Boy decides against it. ZY is going to join Rita. There you see on the overview map.
This is where they should use their nades, if they have any, on Nickel at catwalk, just to push him back again. They're not going to do that though, but commit to the B side as it looks.
Only Mu has eyes on B, who we're following now. He's about to spy Rita. Small Boy's gone through. Small Boy's going to come along the back. Oh, Adrian gets the frag, but it may allow entry. Rita is in on the site. Good work, perhaps. As the bomb is planted, the AWP has to come into play now from ZY to take down the double doors. And there are 2 players about to come through. Mu drops Rita, and ZY's in trouble, and ZY's dead.
Well, another well-played round by K23 there. They really took a risk by going aggressive all the way into lower B tunnels. You don't often see teams do that unless you're on a public server. But it worked really well for them. They picked up players early and made it hard on the Chinese.
You don't often see teams do that unless you're on a public server. Are you trying to liken one of these two team strats to pub strats?
Well, sometimes that can really, really work for you in a clan match because you're not looking for it, and
good
it certainly did here.
Save. BSL as controversial as ever. As we are ready to rock and roll in a 6-on-4 situation.
Another buy round here from the Chinese. They're not saving.
6 rounds to 4, I should say. As Rita gets himself the frag onto wNv. Now we have Beast waiting for one on the other side of the boxes. Will retreat. Beast gets himself the frag onto Rita through the doors. Lovely stuff. Small Boys drop Mu on the other side, and Beast has got next to no health. WNV certainly with a 1-man advantage, but Beast and his health almost makes it a 2-man. Sava looking to go in towards the site. Adrian is going to have to get himself in on the action. And he does! Gets himself the frag onto Virgo, but is down by ZY. And this is bad news for K23. No sooner have they re-established their leads up to 2 rounds, but are they going to lose this one, surely, unless Nickel and his groin frag onto Sava can turn this one around. Small Boy is ZY is low on health. Small Boy is in on the site. He's got 20 seconds to do this. He thinks he knows where Small Boy is, drops down, and is dropped in the end by Small Boy. And the observation I would have on this one is neither of these two sides are holding back, whether it comes to buying every single round from the Chinese or committing every single round to the retake.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have ourselves a fight here. Both teams are going at it, and they're not shy of going aggressive as well, as you could see with Beast there going in middle. He messed up that situation though, in which he couldn't take down the guy in lower B tunnels, and that was really the key here to give WNV the advantage in that round.
6-5 the score in favor of K23. They'll be happy with their first half performance. 4 rounds left to take. Deagle round for them though. Crowd find their voices as the nade lands straight at the foot of the A tunnels, which is where we've seen K23 push out before. Small Boy this time is aware of that and gets himself a frag onto wNv. And this should be a WNV round. Virgo follows up with a frag onto Mu. Adrian and Beast both have taken damage. The bomb's moving into A. Adrian did get one frag in before Beast and Adrian both go down, and Nickel is finished off as well. 6-6, wNv tie us up.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild, eh?
There they are.
Nice to see some support for wNv here. This is going to be an extremely important round now, because if k23 loses this one, their money situation is going to be reset, and they're going to have to go on another save.
And what have they got? They do have the AWP out from Moo. They've got 3 push down long A, which may well meet the forces of wNv. Small boy is going to go down the gates and is poking his way through. Heck, if they got small boy and they have Superman, Smallville and they have Superman on their team, they're in good nick. Well, maybe. And it's a lovely little Superman-esque headshot onto Moo. Drops the AWPer.
Small boy's been playing well. Mao has also been playing very well, and ZY has been picking up some huge op shots. So I think we've got all we bargained for so far in terms of individual performance in this match.
wNv have the Bomb and Virgo making their way along the catwalk in towards A. There's no one there from K23, and they may get themselves a very easy entry here. It's a 2-man push onto Small Boy, and Small Boy says, "Cometh all takers." As
they're going to have to go with a retake here, K23, and it might be a very difficult one. And they have failed to rotate as well. Adren and Beast are still in B. Now Beast gets it.
Anvik's AWP shot there drops Virgo. That was why they pushed down there with those 2 men. They wanted to get the AWP that Moo dropped, and now the AWP that Moo dropped may well do some damage. They know where Small Boy is, and they frag him. Now's the opportunity. Bomb down's in the sight. Adrian drops Sava, and this is an excellent play from K23 with ZY and Rita left to go. ZY gets himself one back. Anvik's down. We're at a 2-on-3. Bomb is in, and Adrian is going to try and get in on that site. Frags galore as Nickel and ZY exchange.
Whoa!
Oh yes! Beast is going to get the frag on the ZY, but it's too little too late. 2 double AWP frags, 2 AWP frags from ZY. Clean out the site, and that is a wNv round, and well, it's all guns blazing.
I think that was phenomenally well played by ZY. He really saved that round as well, and you can't really fault K23 either, because they did an amazing job at retaking that bomb site. It was just amazing skill that made all the difference in the world there.
7-6, 2 rounds left to go. But look at those weapons on the bottom right. K23 have 1 AK.
Yeah, this is what we talked about last round. Really risky for them to lose that round. And even though they saved the gun, he got taken out early.
Anvik couldn't quite shoot his load, and now it's Virgo that gets the frag. Rita drops Moo, as Adrian and Nickel are the last 2 standing for K23 in this one. It's going to go to 8-6, and wNv from being, 6-2 down, pulled it back to what will be 8-6, and they'll have taken this at 6-2 down, that's for sure. Yeah. We'll be all in on the last round of the half.
And you can hear the crowd are really getting into it as well. They're delighted by the performance here by wNv, and they have really been phenomenal in the last 5-6 rounds. K23 really needs to start swinging back here now, and taking this round would be a good start here for the next half when they have to attack.
Here we go. Adrian pushes down into the B tunnels. There's a man waiting for him in the shape of ZY, and he gets himself the frag. Move follows up with the return. The aggression in this game, the outright let's just attack anything if we think there's something there, is different to the, I guess you could say, the more conservative European style of play that you may be able to watch on Stream 1 as MTW are taking EG on quadv.com with Paul Challoner. Right now, that's the most seamless plug you'll ever hear. Nickel, blind as a bat, unable to spy the 2 men coming in towards that top site. In fact, there are 3 men now. Bomb will go down in A. Beast is in the thick of things there. Not for long, as Virgo delivers a headshot onto him. And now it's Moo and Anvik that are ready to rock. 4-on-2.
And Rita's moving out middle. He's going to get a backstab frag on the last standing. Wow, he didn't, as a matter of fact.
Lovely little 180 frag there. But it's round wNv at the half. 9-6 the halftime score. Very good recovery from the wNv side. Having been 6-2 down, they then went on to win 7 in a row. And put some frowns on those K23 faces. Your thoughts at halftime, BSL?
Yeah, I think it was a tremendously well-played half there by wNv. They didn't get derailed by going down early in the round. Just bounce back. They keep their methodical play up. Somewhat controversial, a little bit too slow at times, but still they got 9 rounds on the board, and Chinese teams are usually very good on the counter-terrorist side of Dust 2 as well, so it might be enough to win them this map.
Fans very, very happy. The second map will be Inferno after this. But this game is still open for interpretation, as we are ready to start the second half straight away. K23 now on the T side. How many rounds can they pick up? It's a broken record really in CS, but this first round, it could set wNv up to go 12-6 up if they convert the pistol round, and that could really be a mental blow to K23.
wNv on the offensive here early on.
Again, this all guns blazing mentality from both players. We're down at 8 long with 3 CTs and 5 Ts. I mean, it is all in every round from both sides.
Certainly makes for entertaining Counter-Strike.
All action. And here we go. The action kicks off in earnest with the first frags exchange. ZY, who's been an absolute beast this entire match, delivers 2 frags, both in the head. He's lost a slither of health, but not much. K23 in real trouble now. The Beast and Nickel both low on health, along with Anvik, who's got full. They're going to quickly move them all in. Nickel's going to retreat. Anvik's there. wNv have equally committed as they've run all 4 players that they have down to long A. The rotation is on. Nickel flies round towards B. Smallboy and Virgo are looking at the crossover. This is good from K23 because they will get the bomb down, which, on the assumption they make the crossover, which, considering they were likely to lose the round at 4-on-2, is at least money in the bag.
Yeah, it's the rotation they should have called 5-10 seconds earlier, and they would have had another player alive, but they're still getting the bomb down.
Bomb is down. Here we go. Smallboy with the frag onto Nickel. Anvik has it all to do. 1, not going to get the second. And I was ready to get excited for Anvik there, but I won't.
Yeah, you almost called out too.
Yep. Bomb will be defused. Round wNv, they're up 10, and if they convert, it'll be 12. And that is, although I'm pretty sure we'll see K23 buy in the third round of the pistol, knowing the all-buying, credit crunch defying strategies of the Asian CS teams we're watching today.
They might even buy in the second round here. Let's see what they do. They're with some Deagles, a Glock. It's a partial, let's say a partial save, since they spend some money on those Deagles, but we all know how effective Asian and Kazakhstani Deagles can be as well. Adren's with the AK. This is a second round buy.
I tell you what, these 2 teams are the 2 teams that you can still offer subprime mortgages to.
Well, when you get the bomb down in the pistol round as T and you've gotten a couple of frags, you can actually buy, 2 players can buy AKs, drop for 2 other team members, then buy Deagles and some nades, and you can have almost a full buy round. And in some cases, it works out really well. We saw with Fnatic earlier on Train.
10-6 the score, as we have Adrian ready to go.
Yeah, there's going to be Chinese fireworks here as they rush up on Catwalk.
Push comes in, Adrian gets the frag on to Smallboy. ZY answers back up in manners he only knows how to do, which is by fragging Adrian. Anvik, Nickel, both pick up frags. This is good from K23 as Rita and Sava are the last 2 standing. 2-on-4 as they push through. Sava makes it 2-on-3 before Nickel drops Rita, and Sava's going to go down. Moo picks up the winning frag. K23 on the board. The cheer from K23 means they're back in it. It's 1-1 in the second half and 10-7 overall.
Gutsy call there by Beast. It takes some confidence in yourself and your teammates to call the second round by there. I wasn't very surprised when Fnatic does it, because when you have Forrest and Get Right in your team, you know you can win any round. But for K23 to buy here and win against wNv, well, it must feel good, Stuart.
Feels great. 10-7. K23 certainly don't hold back in their offense.
And there's a save round on wNv. All with USPs now.
And Rita is taking damage. Beast is going to get one in his face, blows him away, gets the grenade frag. Rita's gone as well. And this should be a conversion here as Beast picks up his hat-trick frag. Small Boy and ZY, the last two left. They're going to run into the back end of Moo, who does have the bomb, ironically, but he is hightailing it over towards the B site. Anvik is watching his 6 as well, and Anvik decides, or doesn't know that Small Boy is chasing, as ZY is the man we're following through the middle. He's not going to see action for a while, but Small Boy is, and he's going to die. And this will be a 5-man clean sweep, perhaps, as ZY goes down.
Smart there by the Kazakhstani player to realize that he needs to move away with the bomb. Terrible jokes here.
Was that a pun?
That was a pun.
Oh, glad you told me.
10-8 now the score for hometown favorites wNv. Really straightforward save round there on account of K23.
10-8 the score. Still a lot of CS to be played as K23 look to maintain their winning ways, having won the last two. But what are they able to do against this next round of WNVs who are on USPs only with nades? They will look to convert this, though I don't think K23 were waiting to see whether WNV will push out in any way, shape or form. That's just not their style.
No. They're going to hang back here. Looks like they're setting up for catwalk rush with nades. Yes, looks like they are.
And Adrian and Moo may well reciprocate. Here come the nades, perhaps a touch too early. Nickel gets a frag onto Rita, and now they're going to push down the catwalk. There are Kazakhstani players there for them. ZY opens up with one, gets himself another. That man is an absolute monster. And, well, it's 3-1. The monster was tamed.
And with him picking up 2 more frags there, you're going to be sure to see him with the up again. And he can be really instrumental here in cutting the map in 2 for wNv.
Now you'll see in the crowd quite a few players, quite a few fans there with the blue Adidas jackets on. There actually are a ton of those old MYM tracksuits around here that I've seen over the past few days.
Really?
Well, I can only assume because of their old Warcraft 3 team that the Chinese have picked it up. But really is interesting to see that the fanware has actually taken off.
It's so nice to be in China. The fans are so they're so enthusiastic about esports, and it's really great to see it here.
If only it was just a touch warmer.
Yeah, it's a little bit cold in here, isn't it?
Hold me.
Maybe later.
10-9 the score. As WNV look to reassert themselves here on this round. They have bought, and as Mr. Viken called, ZY does have his AWP, his weapon of choice. Rita stacked up in spawn, is going to see the nades come flying his way, takes a little bit of damage, perhaps from those I didn't see, as it's going to be a catwalk push which will meet ZY head on, as he is going to spy Adrian any second now.
There's a risky play here again by K23. They're committing here to the wrong side, trying to fake the rotation over there.
ZY ready to erupt like a Mount Vesuvius as here we go. Savin opens up the fragging. Virgo drops Adrian. ZY ready to strike as K23 are 2 men to the good, and they need him to hit those shots. And Moo goes down. K23 dropping men like flies. Beast follows up. ZY finishes it off. And K23 lose the round. WNV get it right. 5 unanswered frags.
Phenomenal defense there in the B side by the Lone Ranger in there. That strategy could have it looked early on as it would work and pay off for K23 there, as they managed to stay alive on the A side there quite a long time. But with Savage picking up 3 frags in B, oh, you can't argue with that.
Savat drops the nade in towards the B tunnels. K23 steam training up the catwalk at the moment. ZY's not in position just yet, and now he will be. Turns around. They're Beast and Adrian ready to charge on in there. The nades held them up, but that's not going to hold them for long as they push forward. This is a buy round for K23, which is intriguing given the pace that they're running at. 3 players ready to come in long A. Adrian won't push until they've made their move, you'd hope. As
what they did there, they took over the catwalk area and sort of just left Adrian there to pick up any aggressive playing Chinese people, and they set up in long A instead.
Moo's got the frag onto Virgo. Small boy knows he's got action. ZY's not sure whether to look left or right at the moment. He's looking right. And here we go. Small boy's deep in the tunnel. We can't see him on our screen. ZY delivers the frag, as does Small boy. And Vic gets one back onto the danger man from wNv. And Small boy follows suit. And Vic picks up another one. That'll be the round k23. And that makes it 4-2, which puts wNv up by just one now.
Yeah, and it's a really good call again here by Beast. He read their defensives perfectly, and what they did, they forced ZY to stand there and sort of guard with his op, and then they rotated back to long A and put him in the pinch.
11-10 the score. A pulsating affair here on Dust 2 between Kazakhstan and China. As Adrian is ready to push up into that catwalk position which he commanded so well in the last round. ZY is underneath him, now moving back to his old position. ZY does have the AWP this round.
Yes.
But been very impressed with ZY all round, with or without the AWP. Love to see the scoreboard.
It's going to be another attempt here at long A. They got 3 players. They need to flash really well now when they exit.
ZY is poised to strike. When the smoke clears, the shots will fire as Adrian's ready to make his move. He goes through. Nickel gets himself one before Virgo chimes in with a frag. Moo delivers back onto Virgo as k23 have 2 frags to wNv's 1. But ZY runs a mile as he knows that Beast is going to come his way.
And Chinese players need to save now. They need to save their weapons. This round looks sort of unwinnable, but Rita is, nevertheless, he didn't get that memo. Wow. Firing back here.
Sava and Rita both pick up a frag. Nickel gets one in. We're at a 2 versus 2. I remind you, BSL, that the Chinese teams do not, I repeat, they do not save weapons. Moo, last man standing, 1 on 2, as wNv have turned this one around and won it with ZY and Rita. Unbelievable stuff from wNv as they pick up a round. And well,
I guess that's no guts, no glory, eh? Have you seen two European teams in that same situation? You would have seen the counter-terrorists save out their weapons. They were in a dire situation for money there had they lost, but it was like you say, it's all in all the time, and they won the round. It's fantastic to see.
Forget everything you ever knew about saving out. Beast gets himself the frag onto Small Boy. And Vic picks himself one back up onto Sava, and well, all that hard work has just been undone. 12-10 the score. Remember, first to 16, ZY. He's just playing sexy Counter-Strike all day long here as he drops Beast. He's looking for another. He looks down and towards the middle. The rest of the K23 players are over at B. Rita's going to see some action. Opens up with one, then goes for the groin frag onto Nickel. Hadrian's the last, finally stops Rita. And now it will be bombed down at B, 2 versus 2. Again, you know that wNv are going to go for this. They may just decide, actually, on this one, we'll save just to make the commentators look like idiots. But I don't think so, as Virgo and ZY make their way in towards the double doors. Pushing forward now, there's one to the left. Virgo knows it. Adrian's waiting. ZY's poking his eyes out. Just 13 seconds left on the clock. Moves there, Virgo. Now, if ZY were ever to save, it's now. He's 1 on 2. Yes, we've got a save! And it is 12-11 to K23.
There's good communication there by K23 players. Mao had the eyes on the entry, and he told Adrian to sit back and wait. Had Adrian peeked, ZY would have killed him, and the Chinese may well have won that round as well. So terrific little bit of communication there, which is so important at this level of Counter-Strike.
12-11. Where's your money now, BSL?
Still on the Chinese.
Still on the Chinese. Note how I'm not planning on making a bet and just letting you get off the fence whilst I sit firmly on it.
We got a save round here now for wNv, which, except for ZY obviously, who has saved out his AWP. For all of you listening in, this is the advantage of saving out weapons. You get to have it for the next round as well.
Now, traditionally you might stack B with the AWP and then put 4 in A or something of that nature. You may stack the weapon on one site and use the other 4. Not wNv. ZY is right in the thick of the USPs on a long. Just looking at the the A tunnel exit, which is not where the action's coming. It's a 4-man K23 push going into A. If ZY were only to move into position where he's been sat for the past few rounds, he'd have the whole team to shoot at. But no, he pushes forward. Now here comes ZY. He's having to retreat. His team are all dead. He's got one friend for company. It's Small Boy. The bomb's been planted. They know they're not going to pick it up. And ZY misses his shot. And K23 are going to tie the game up without losing a man. The high fives are well due. And we are very much game afoot.
Another key round coming up now as they saved this round. They're going to buy, but if they lose again, they're going to have to save it for another round, and that might put K23 over the top, Stuart.
May well do. All guns blazing. We have some Famuses. We have that AWP from ZY.
Looking to pick someone off in middle early on, couldn't do it. Falling back through CT spawn here.
Would you have bought in that situation, or would you have played it?
In this round or the last? Yes, definitely.
12-12. 4 rounds needed for either of these sides to clinch it. Inferno and Train if we need it next. Here comes the push. Through middle go K23. Who, to their credit, have mixed up their attack strats very well here.
Yep.
They're now going to push into that B site. Nickel gets the first frag, but the Famus comes in and delivers one back as Rita and Virgo both get fragged. The Beast unleashes a double headshot barrage onto Rita and Virgo and says, "You shall not pass," with 2 men left to go. It's Small Boy and ZY, last 2 standing yet again.
I'm going to try it again. Save, guys. Save your weapons.
They're going to.
Finally, they listened.
Hallelujah.
At this crucial point in the match, the score 12-12. They need to preserve whatever economic resources they have, and we know that ZY's AWP can make a difference. Had he gotten killed here in this round, he wouldn't be able to buy one in the next round for sure, because they might be on a save, and he might not be able to buy in the next round as well.
13-12, K23 lead for the first time since they were 6-2 up.
And it's going to be very interesting to see what the Chinese do now. Do they attempt to buy out, or do 3 of them save and look for ZY's op to shoot down some K23 players?
They are all on knives when our little shot comes through. There's a WNV manager. Now they have just the AWP and the M4 from Small Boy. The rest all on save. ZY loses that AWP as he's punished on middle. Now Adrian goes through, gets one back, does get a headshot for his trouble, but they're 3 men to 1 up in the fragging count, and now it's Small Boy's M1 and Sava's USP that have to do the job. Make that just Small Boy, and he must feel very, very small at the moment. 1 versus 4. He's in on the A site, which is where they're coming. He's got Beast to his right. He waits.
And he's blind as a bat.
Gets the headshot on the Beast. Now looks for another one. Kid's going to get it. Lovely work from Small Boy. Can he
he's
do
going
it?
to make the defuse.
And Vic and Nickel are in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Small Boy does it for WNV. He can't believe his luck. It's a schoolboy error from K23. And it's opened up the match. And WNV tie us back up at 13 apiece. Unbelievable stuff.
I think that's the equivalent of an own goal in football in the 88th minute or something. 13-13 the score now. Both teams with weapons. And it's anyone's match.
Crazy, crazy stuff this. All in, all guns blazing. Perhaps a touch not conservative strategy of both of these sides has delivered a compelling match of Counter-Strike here.
It's a good thing about WCG as well. We get to see these different gaming cultures, and it's so colorful the way they've been playing here. It's really entertaining for this huge crowd.
We're ready to go beyond the game here. As Atron delivers the frag. Onto Virgo. Rita returns fire. We're tit for tat. And ZY delivers a phenomenal frag down A long. 3 players left up for K23. Virgo the only man down for WNV. They can smell the map victory. Particularly as the Beast has just lost some health. Sava gets himself one back. Nickel is down. And Vic pincers back 1.
Tremendous aim from these players. I must really say I'm impressed here.
2 on 3 and ZY's low on health, as is Beast though. And Vic has Rita to contend with. The bomb is down in the B tunnels. Rita does take a slither of health off, courtesy of that. But ZY picks off Beast at A-Log, and Anvik's a lonely cat shadow now.
Has he missed an op shot today, ZY? I don't think he has.
Small Boy finishes off as he did the last. And K23 dropped 2 in a row at 14. Where does this leave them financially? Possibly not in a good place.
No, they're debating as well, as we can see here on the cameras. They're talking together. What are we going to do now? Are we going to buy, or are we going to save?
Buy.
And going for overtime.
2 AKs.
Okay. All in.
3.
All the time.
All in, all the time, all day, every day. 110%, baby. Here we go. K23, WMV. It's all on the line for the Kazakhstan side. And they decide to wait, looking for the pick. They've rarely been patient. They've nearly always seized control of one position. Catwalk has been a favorite for Adrian, and that's where he's going now. And he will have some joy going there until he meets ZYZ as he pokes his head around the corner. Here is Adrian now. He's got reinforcements. Nade comes in.
Ouch.
Nickel low on health.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the smart thing to do here is to try and avoid ZY.
Here we go. Push comes up the Catwalk, and there's going to be the nade throw waiting for them. ZY opens up, misses his first shot if he fired, and now Nade's back over towards the incoming Kazakhstani side. Misses. Here we go. This is the chance for K23. They duly deliver with 3 huge frags. Make that 4. And it's Small Boy left. 1 on 5. K23. They rolled hard and they got it. A good 6.
I think it's the first round they really managed to get ZY blinded there with the rush. Nades were flying all over the place. He shot early, missed his shot, tried flashing back and going aggressive, but even he couldn't pick off a K23 player here. Small Boy's trying to save his weapon now.
And gets 2 frags, giving K23's finances. Certainly doing them some favors here, Small Boy. Low on health.
And that was a good round from China. I'm sorry, from K23. It was a great round.
All down to ZY's opening 2 missed shots, do you think? Or
yeah, I think if he'd hit one of those 2 shots, he'd buy his teammates some time to come in and do some cleanup.
14 all.
It was an amazing
BSL
match.
is on the edge of his seat.
I really am. I'm about to take my shirt off.
It's WEG all over again. Those memories don't go away.
Buy round here again from WMV. Both teams with weapons.
Someone's going to match point. Who's it going to be? Savas waiting at the double doors with Anvik on the other side of the box behind it. Will they boost up and go to the catwalk? Oh, sorry. Oh no, Savas. Yeah, boosted up on the top of the door. Couldn't see
middle.
that from the map. And now is going to wait, see whether they come through. There are 4 players on the other side of that door.
They are.
And they're going to go for it. They're going to take the bait. Opens up onto the first. Did he need to shoot his load so early? You ask, but they pick up the frag regardless. Nickel in on Sava. It's Rita that's going to go down to Mu. And well, the bomb will go down at B. And I ask you, BSL, did he need to shoot at the first man?
Now it's textbook Counter-Strike not to shoot at the first man when you're in a position like that, but at 14-14 with all the pressure on, you really not want to shoot at the first guy to have the chance that the second guy is going to check and find your position and kill you. I don't know, it's difficult. He made the decision to shoot, and
here we go. Recovery is on. Adrian, Small Boy. Oh, Adrian. Oh, yes. 3 frags. Adrian delivers big. And that recovery wasn't on for very long. It's map point K23. Remember, it's best of 3 here in the knockouts.
yeah, and the match keep going back and forth between the 2 teams. And right now we're at, as you say, map point for K23. It's a big round, and from the looks of it, it's a desperate buy here as well from WNV. They don't have a lot of money left. Nope. They're with the Eagles, FAMAS.
Yeah. And K23 know that. They've sat deep, thinking that there may be something special.
And this is also where they need to nade the catwalk area. Like I talked about earlier, it's so important to get the players away.
Well, the other side that have naded it, and naded it well. Adrian and Nickel, though, have taken some damage. WNV, I have 3 men at A. The push is coming A long. They do not have the AWP for ZY. And that is crucial at this point, coming from this angle. Beast gets the headshot onto Small Boy, and is this the beginning of the end for wNv? They push forward, on board with ZY right now, as the nades come flying his way. He's going to see Virgo die to Beast, who's got 2 big frags, and now it's 5 on 3. wNv being pushed back like a tidal wave, clearing out this defense. Anvik's going to get it, and this is not going to be a wNv map, as K23 save it at the last. Compelling stuff from K23 and wNv. A round of applause from the crowd. BSL, your thoughts?
It's fantastic to see, and I'm really glad that the huge mistake they made there when Small Boy could get that defuse. I'm really glad for K23 that it didn't make the difference, because they were really playing well here on the T side of the map. And even though wNv looks strong, they need more players. They need more players to stand out. They can't rely on ZY all the time.
K23 are exiting the stage, don't worry. I guess both sides are just going to take 5 minutes, get their heads, because that was, they will have felt like they ran a marathon there, that's for sure. And it's interesting stuff to see how they're able to pull this one off. I would imagine we're going to take a break. We don't actually have our cue sheet in front of us. They just decided we don't get cues anymore as to whether we're taking a break. There, the one K23 fan is wearing his sign with pride. K23 have the first map, best of 3, remember, and it's Inferno next. BSL, will they take it?
I'm gonna still go with wNv, but like I said, they need other players to stand out. Small Boy obviously got the defuse, and Savage had a couple of good rounds as well, but it's been all ZY so far, while K23 have had standout performances from Beast. They've had standout performances from Adrian and Anvik. So I think you need more Chinese players to play their best here.
wNv have just gone for a quick break. We're going to restart the game in 2 minutes. If the wNv player is able to do a cigarette in 2 minutes, I'll be very